Definitely. Something that I hate hearing about. So I actually came up with a term. All those medication, I call them the Tide medication, right? So it's semaglutide, tirzepatide, liraglutide, the other Tide medications. So I call it Tide shaming. Try to lose weight naturally. Do it the hard way. Do it the old school way. Men up. Come on, you can do this. And you know what? We know so many people before we have those medications.
I
You
did
can
it.
do it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people who are able to achieve that. And if you're able to achieve that without medications, you maintain your weight, good job. I'm happy for you. But if you're struggling with it and you're going to do yo, why wouldn't you use a tool that was invented and shown that not only can it transform your life, now it's showing that it has cardioprotective benefits, right? Inflammatory, anti-inflammatory benefits, brain health benefits, gut health benefits. It helps with so much. So in a perfect world, like you said, if we kept living like our ancestors, we would not need those. But we live in a toxic world. We live in a world where our food has been depleted 80% of its nutrients, where they're spraying 400 million pounds of glyphosate and pesticides on our food that completely hijack our metabolic and nervous system. There was a study that was done recently. I have a lot of interest in endocrine disrupting chemicals, EDCs, and specifically obesogens. So obesogens are chemicals that hijack our metabolic system, and glyphosate is one of the most described ones. Glyphosate is what we find in Roundup. And they did a study the other day. They looked at women that were exposed at high levels of glyphosate during pregnancy, and they followed their children after giving birth. And they noticed that the women who had high levels of glyphosate, by the time their children got to 9 years old, most of them, there was a high incidence of increasing BMI and obesity.
Wow.
Not because those kids were eating bad. It was irrespective of what they were eating. It's because they were exposed in utero to that glyphosate, the obesogen, that completely messed up their metabolic pathways. And now it's easier for them to gain weight. So I told you, 400 million pounds of glyphosate are being sprayed on our crops every year. Imagine what's happening to that generation of kids who are growing up on wheat type products full of glyphosate.